Well, I made my return to this channel. I made my triumphant return to this YouTube channel. And I'm back with a brand new video. A brand spanking new video. Before I get into this video, I just want to tell all of you a little story. You know, um, I've been depressed, you know, and my mental health has just got really bad. I've been losing it. But, right now I'm very calm and I'm in control right now. And I gotta realize I can't let all the negativity in the world bother me. I can't let it get to me, so I grew a thick skin. I'm not gonna let anything bother me. Online and offline. So, and you saw the title of this video, and I'm just gonna go into it. Um, I've been hearing this a lot from people who I know, and they always say this and always hear this. Um, you can't control people. The only person you can control is yourself. And that is the truth. I can't control people, and people can't control other people. We can't control other people. The only people we can control is ourselves. And I had someone on this who watches the videos on my YouTube channel, and is a person. He has Asperger's, and he's trying to get me to make a video about why Americans are obsessed with football and Hollywood films. And I don't want to do that video. And I told this person I don't want to do it. And I blocked that person. It just kept coming at me by telling me to do this video. And I just don't want to do it. But you know something? I kind of thought about it, and I decided to do that video. In the future, or in my next video, I'm going to do a video about why Americans are obsessed with with American football and Hollywood movies. And I'm going to do a video about that, and I am. But, and this person who wants me to do this video is basically trying to control me. You know, um there I blocked him, and he's creating new accounts just to pretend to be someone else. I took a bait from him, and he made this comment, and I bought into it. Then he turns around and tells me to do a video about why Americans are obsessed with American football and Hollywood films. And he deleted his comment to keep me from blocking him on that account. I remember him in the past. His name is Deco Smith, wherever he calls himself. He has Asperger's, and I'm not gonna waste my time, going crazy because of him, and that's why I've been losing it, because of people like him and other people that I'm dealing with offline and also online. And and right now I'm very calm, and And a lot of this stuff right now, and all this stuff that I've been going through in the past, it doesn't bother me anymore at all. People coming onto my channel and making fun of how I talk in my videos, I just ignore them because you know, at this point in my life, it's just getting boring. Just letting these people get me all riled up and getting to me, and going back to trying to going back to going back to you can't control people, and I'm guilty, and I'm trying to control people and trying to tell people what to do, you know, in the comments on the videos on my YouTube channel. And I'm trying to control them by telling them to say something to me in the comments, and and a lot of people choose not to say anything, and it's their right if they don't want to say anything in the comments or not on the videos on my channel, or any video on any YouTube channel. And I realize, I mean, if I let these people get to me, I'm just going to just drive myself crazy. And I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, if I through through a health issue, I might I'll probably kill myself. I will be in an early grave, so I just got just realized that I can't control people, and the only person that I can control is myself. And this Deco Smith guy who's pestering me and trying to make me do a video that I don't want to do, he's trying to control me, and he is. He'll go in the comments on any video that I post on this channel and tell me to do a video that he wants me to do, it like talk about a topic that he wants me to talk about. And he has created all these accounts, and I'm saying to myself, you're gonna tell me to do a video, you're gonna tell me to talk about a topic in a video for my YouTube channel, and you got a bunch of YouTube channels, bunch of dead YouTube accounts, Google accounts, where you just post a video. I mean, we just do this type of video on one of those accounts. As a matter of fact, we just get rid of all those accounts and just keep one and just post videos on that account. Make your own videos. I'll do requests, and I will do it, but I just can't just keep doing a request for one person on this channel. This person controls me and tell me to do a video about something, and I make a video about that, and he tells me to make another video about something else. That's just absolutely insane, and it's crazy. But all I can do is just ignore that person and make video and make my own videos. Make videos that I want to make. Instead of having someone controlling me and telling me to do a certain video that they want me to do. They're just basically trying to control somebody. And and I see that in the president of the United States, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is trying to control people here in the US. He wants everybody to think like him and have views like him. Yeah, case in point with him, like having having Stephen Colbert's show on CBS, late night with Stephen Colbert, like have his show like canceled and have his show canceled. Then he pulled money for then he completely defund have the Congress completely defund PBS and NPR and just get rid of them because he has no class and he doesn't like an alternative to things that he likes to watch news wise, like Fox News. And and I like NPR and PBS, and I do because I watch NPR and PBS because they are an alternative to the mainstream stuff here in the US. And I also I listen to NPR on the radio and watch PBS on TV or cable TV or on Amazon Fire TV. Yeah, I get news from those news sources, from those places. Yeah, like All Things Considered from NPR and the PBS NewsHour from PBS. And I also watch stuff from CTV and CBC and Global News in Canada. And I watch France 24 and from France. And I watch a little DW from Germany. So that's where I get my news at. And also I balance it out by watching local news from where I live and American media. I just do all that just to balance everything, just to balance stuff out. So I have to watch like American media all the time. Because the difference between American media and media from other countries and throw in PBS and NPR is you get a good broad perspective of what's going on in the world and what's going on in other countries and what's going on in this country here, which is the US, which you don't get from mainstream American media. And also the media that I watch is very educational. NPR, PBS, news outlets in Canada, France 24 in France, and DW in Germany, Deutschland. So and going back to Donald Trump, trying to act some NPR and PBS and seeing them and getting rid of late night with Stephen Colbert. Like Donald Trump is being a bit of a tyrant. He's trying to control people here in the US and make people think like him and be like him, and he can't do that. He can't control people. You know, he can't. And everybody's different. Everybody has their own thoughts. Everybody do things differently. Everybody talks differently. Everybody carries themselves differently. Everybody People are different. And if we live in a world where everybody thinks the same, everybody acts the same, everybody do the same thing and talk the same, like this world will be boring. I think that's what kind of world Donald Trump wants here in the US. And he's trying to restrict free speech, basically. You know, so I don't want to get all political on all of you, so I was going to just stick with the topic of you can't control people. Yeah, controlling someone is something that you just can't do. You just can't do it. Because the only person you can control is yourself. And I've learned that the only person I can control is myself. I can't control other people. I can just control me. I can change my thoughts. I can do things differently. I can try to say things differently and just be a completely different person. I can do that to myself, but I can't do that to others. And I can't. So that's all I gotta say in this video. And before I end this video, I just want to give a shout out. Okay, yeah. Before I end this video, I want to give a shout out to Freeze Dollar in the UK, and I just want to say this to Freeze Dollar. I know you live in the United Kingdom, and you're very intelligent. You're well educated. You're way smarter than me, and I'm an idiot. And I guess you feel sorry for me because I'm sometimes I speak the truth about something, and you corrected me on certain things, and I appreciate that. But and I know you're not gonna care what I have to say, but hey, I don't give a shit. You know, and I hope your YouTube channel be very successful in the future. I just want the best for you. And I don't know how it is. I don't know how people are in the UK, but in the UK, there's a class structure, and I got a whip of it. You know, there's some people who are above others who will tear people down because of how they think and what they say and all. Now I know it's the British, like I know it's the I know the upper class British people like to beat up on Americans through humor. They shit on American cars, how Americans do things, how they talk, how they say things. And I look at it, it's just basically, it's just basically just a burial. You're just burying Americans, and and I'm looking at all this, and I find it weird that someone from another country is bashing Americans, how Americans are, and you look at it, you got people in other countries who aren't that smart, who are dumb. Like for instance, like there's an old British couple who lives somewhere in England within the UK, the husband, I'm gonna focus on the husband. The husband thinks that Texas here in the United States is one big gigantic West Texas. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's like West Texas, cowboys riding horses and all. That's what he thinks. You got people in some countries in Europe think North America is one big little house on the prairie, and it's kind of hilarious. Then you got a guy who lives in Italy. He has no clue that the United States exists. So Americans are not the only people who are dumb. I mean, you got some dumb people in other countries. You got dumb people in Canada. You got dumb people in Mexico. You got dumb people in Europe. You got dumb people in Asia, countries in Europe and Asia, Eurasia. You got dumb people in countries in Africa. You got dumb people in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, in those places, yeah, you got intelligent people there in these parts of the world. You do, but not all of them are smart. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna put down Freeze Dollar. So Freeze Dollar is an intelligent teenager, and he's a black Brit. He subs to my channel, and I appreciate him subbing to my channel. So it is what it is. So I'm not gonna continue to ramble. So okay, yeah. Yeah, I might do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that video about why Americans are obsessed with American football and Hollywood movies. So, I don't know what to talk about on that, but I'll just give it a shot. I'll just give it a go. Okay, that's all I gotta say in this video. And oh man, it was hot today. Got done cutting the grass around my house. I was sweating like crazy. It was like scorching hot outside. It was about like 35 to 38 degrees Celsius outside, getting close to 40 degrees Celsius. And I also heard that I'm in Europe, temperatures reached about 38 degrees to 40 degrees, or even up to 50 degrees Celsius. That's hot. Yeah, I think that's in France, Spain, also in Italy. So yeah, yeah, climate change is hitting Europe really, really hard. Yeah, the heat wave there is really bad. So I'm just saying this, I don't know how the weather is in Europe, or in countries in Europe, so I don't know. So if if you live in Europe and you watching this video, you can tell me what the weather is like there. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. Cheers, au revoir, goodbye.